Hai, Assalamualaikum. Saya Evi Sayono. Di pagi hari ini di tanggal 29 November 2024, saya akan kembali membacakan sebuah jurnal yaitu Shanlex International Journal of Education. Pada video keempat ini, saya akan kembali membacakan sebuah artikel ilmiah yang terdapat pada jurnal tersebut. Artikel yang akan saya baca berjudul A Literary Review on Curriculum Implementation Problems. Jurnal ini dipublish oleh ERIC, ERIC, atau Education Resources Information Center dari US Department of Education.gov. Ditulis oleh Gulçin Karakuş, Ministry of Education, Sivas, Turkey. Artikel pada jurnal ini diterbitkan pada bulan Juni tahun 2021. Pada video keempat ini, teman-teman akan mendengarkan artikel ini dibacakan dengan menggunakan bahasa aslinya, yaitu bahasa Inggris. Determining problems. Curriculum implementation needs to be evaluated, so both good practices and difficulties can be identified. Identifying problems will ensure educators revise curriculum to formulate a strategy and also solve problems in next stages. Department of Education and Science, 2005. Chung and Wong, 2012. Badugela, 2012. Moreover, determining what kind of problems teachers encounter during curriculum implementation and taking necessary precautions can affect curriculum success positively. Arden, 2010. Chapman, 2019. Carry out the implementation process more effectively. Nevengloski et al., 2019. Provide information about implementation to school leaders, policymakers, and teacher educators. Ogar and Oppo, 2015. Provide a collaborative learning environment among teachers. Nevengloski, 2018. Enable teachers to expand learning. Chapman, 2019. Contribute to the elimination of gap between written and implemented curriculum. To have an effective curriculum implementation, problems experienced by teachers should be determined and solved. Bingol Bali et al. 2008. Zeda et al. 2017. Unless curriculum implementation problems are solved, failure in education is inevitable. Cobalt, 2017. Although there are many studies written on curriculum implementation, few studies were available on curriculum implementation problems. There are two elements that formed rationale for this study. First, there is a lack of research in the area of curriculum implementation problems, as mentioned above. Second, there is a lack of research suggesting solutions for solving these problems. Literature search uncovered no studies in which readers can have a general idea about problems and solutions about curriculum implementation. For this reason, research questions of this study are: point number 1, what are curriculum implementation problems related to teachers? What are curriculum implementation problems related to students? What are curriculum implementation problems related to the curriculum? What are curriculum implementation problems related to school? Method. This study is qualitative and aims to examine studies on curriculum implementation problems in literature. As a result of the search using curriculum, implementation, and problem keywords, many studies were found in the literature. Inclusion and exclusion criteria for selecting studies were determined. In choosing studies, the following criteria were noted. The studies should: point number 1, be related to curriculum implementation problems. Point number 2, be published in English. Point number 3, be empirical. Point number 4, have full text available. Point number 5, have an original structure. Point number 6, be published only in educational journals. Studies were not included if they: 1. Have a theoretical structure. 2. Aim to evaluate political purposes. 3. Our research reports or final reports of studies. 4. Are published as a book or book chapter. Number 5. Our project works. Number 6. Our news article. Number 7. Our proceedings. The reason is not knowing whether it has gone through referee process. Databases and included number of studies are shown in Table 1. Table 1. Databases and included number of studies. Name of the database, ResearchGate. Numbers of studies identified, 15 studies. ERIC, E-R-I-C. Education Resources Information Center, U.S. Department of Education.gov, 9 studies. Semantic Scholar, 7 studies. TNF Online, 6 studies. Springer, 4 studies. Sage, 3 studies. ePrints, 3 studies. JSTOR, Gestor, 2 studies. Wiley Online, 1 study. Google Scholar, 1 study. Scientific Research Publishing, 1 study. ISSR Journals, 1 study. UNC Press, 1 study. SciPub, 1 study. Science Direct, 1 study. Routledge, 1 study. Elsevier, 1 study. Murdoch University Research Repository, 1 study. Aci Kerisi Marsif, 1 study. Emerald Research, 1 study. Atlantic Press, 1 study. Amity Edu, 1 study. Longdom, 1 study. PubMed, 1 study. Ooze Space, 1 study. Dergi Park, 1 study. Research Space, 1 study. TIJOSS, 1 study. Repository, 1 study. UNISA Institutional Repository, 1 study. Atbuf Tejoste, 1 study. Total 72 studies. Considering the aim of this study as a result of a preliminary examination, 36 studies were excluded and 72 studies were included in this study. 12 proceedings, 5 theoretical studies, 1 project work, 4 book or book chapters, 2 reports, 2 studies in which full text cannot be reached, 1 study about health, and 9 studies not directly related to the aim of the study were excluded. Figure 1 shows the study selection. Now let us take a look at Figure 1, the upside-down pyramid. On the very top, identified total number of studies, 121, removing 3 duplicates. Number of studies screened, 118, removing 12 proceedings, 9 irrelevant, and 2 full text not available, removing 5 theoretical studies and 2 reports, removing 4 books chapters, and 1 project. Figure 1. Flow chart of the study selection process. Studies decided to be included in this research were analyzed with descriptive content analysis to express their percentages, and with content analysis to identify problems in detail. After studies were coded separately by 2 researchers, different codes were discussed and common sense was reached. Inter-rater reliability was calculated using reliability equal to consensus divided by consensus plus disagreement. Miles and Huberman, 1994. This consistency coefficient, which was not 100% at the beginning, reached a complete harmony due to studies of researchers on different encodings. All studies have been examined by considering these codes again. The study's validity was carried out at 5 different levels, which Maxwell, 1992, suggested. Descriptive validity, theoretical validity, interpretive validity, generalizability, and evaluative validity. Descriptive validity includes a detailed presentation of the studied phenomenon. Problems started in studies examined in line with this study were specified by creating tables to cover all problems. Another dimension, theoretical or internal validity, includes a well-theoretical definition of a situation under study. In this context, problems expressed in this study are examined in a comprehensive way in different fields such as pedagogy, sociology, philosophy, and educational sciences without being bound by any limitations. Care was taken to examine problems within the scope of these areas and to reflect reality. The interpretive validity, which is taken as the third dimension, is related to the fact that research findings can be conveyed objectively by researchers. The data sources used in this study are published studies. In this context, it can be said that the expected objectivity can be made with direct quotations from these documents, and the comments and findings are also far from subjectivity. The fourth dimension is generalizable validity, that is, external validity. Although the main concern of qualitative research is not the generalization of results, methods and tools used in studies can be used in other research environments, and a detailed explanation of the process to do this is a way to obtain generalizable validity. In this context, a detailed description of coding and the method used in this research allows this process to be used for other researchers. Finally, interpretive validity is about the clarity of the process being studied, the consistency of results, and the approval of other researchers. Accordingly, the fact that the coding used in this research is explained clearly and concisely, and also documents used are accessible by everyone, ensures the validity of the researcher. This research was given codes with the first letters of curriculum implementation problems CIP as CIP 1, CIP 2, CIP 3. Alright, that's it for today. I'm Evi Sayono. See you next time. Bye.